Thank you very much for this introduction, Clara. Thank you. And yes, actually, perhaps this is also one of our differences that, yeah, we, or what made ProQuote always special also to me, that it is also, it's always also a bit about fun or having, it's not always serious, and but we have serious goals nevertheless. And about these I'd like to talk. Actually, I prepared my talk on German and now I try to switch in English because I understand here are a lot of people, otherwise you can't understand me. So ProQuote Medien, as you said, Clara, we was founded 10 years ago, and there were some women in Hamburg, and they saw that that there was not any progress. They could write wonderful texts, they could make wonderful films, they could say wonderful things in conferences, but there was no progress. They couldn't. I can't see anybody here, actually. I'm sorry. It's for me now it's easier. Sorry. I'm not used to talk to black screens. But there was no progress. And so they thought, hey, there were so many speeches, we gave so many speeches about women and equality, and nothing goes on. And then they said, okay, we need a clear goal, we need a clear demand, we have to give something clear, something measurable, and something which we can control. And so they said, we need a ratio, a share. We say we need 30% of women have to have 30% of the leading positions in journalism. So this is clear, this is measurable. Perhaps it's, perhaps in the details, it doesn't tell everything who is in leading positions about how the situation is in a company, but it is clear, it is measurable, and it is controllable. So this was the starting point for ProQuote. And today we say we are the half of the society, and we need half of half of the leading positions in the leading media. This is it. This is what we need. This is what we want. And now we are here, and we are talking about digitalization and ethics. And I thought, great, finally we talk about not just about money in this area, but also about ethics. And because my impression is, and there were so many documentaries about Silicon Valley and about how it's all about moving on and break things and going faster and higher, and I thought ethics and moral and how do we want to be with each other and how do we want to treat each other, it's nothing which is really in the center of attention in this area. And so when we say ethics, it's difficult. There are so many philosophers leave alone in Europe who gave different approaches what people can do and what is right and what is wrong, and there are different values, and if you take the whole world, there are still different values, there are still more different values. So but one thing we have the universal human rights. So, and we can start from here. And so now, coming back to ProQuote, I think it's good to have values, and it's good to have Maßstäbe. So it's good to have ideas and values, but they don't have to be diffuse or somehow foggy, blurry, but they have to be clear, and they have to be measurable, and they have to be controllable, I think, to advance. Because what they saw, and what we see here from our work is, every year we make a study, we make a research. We make a research, and in this research we see, we look at every editorial department, at every newspaper, at the 10 biggest newspapers and magazines in Germany, and we see which newspaper has female leading, has women in leading positions, which newspaper has more women, which newspaper has less women, and we count and we see it, and we tell it to the public, and this has consequences. For example, last week ARD has 5 new persons in, so there were 5 leading positions, really up very at the top of the ARD, which is our biggest broadcasting network here in Germany, and 5 leading positions. And everywhere you could read, there is one woman who has now a big position in the ARD. And we made a Pressemitteilung. What is it? Pressemitteilung. Sorry. Press release. Yes. And we said, yeah, one woman, but 5 positions. So 4 men and 1 woman. And so in this moment, the ARD looked as a organization which is very old and very male. So this is not good. This is not good for the ARD. And every time we count the positions, the leading positions, in every year, it is not good for the media departments, for the newspapers and magazines. And so there's always this pressure, and we hold up this pressure. And this is what I thought, when we are talking about ethics and digitalization, perhaps, yeah, it's a bit profane, perhaps this approach, but perhaps there are also some things which some clear and measurable and controllable goals that can be formulated, and I think it's always there's somebody needed who holds people to account, and who says, okay, now where are we now at this moment? And of course, it tells not everything. I understand the point of Carla Bagnoli. It doesn't tell everything. It's profane, and it's also just a small portion, but it's something. And this is our experience here in Germany, that this does something, and it helps. It helps. And it's fun because you put always the pressure up. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much.